There we go. I was just ranting on a little bit about how that I totally forgot. I've been in a bit of a rush because I just finished work and something happened in work that basically kept me there until like half past or about 35 past. So it was a bit of a rush to shut off the work stuff and start up the stream and let me get some music going. And then so like about 5 minutes beforehand, it's like, oh yeah, I'd actually got this at the Kickstarter level. Um, so basically, rather than having to listen to the game music and the background ambience of the game, um, did they actually release as part of the Kickstarter and pre-order and all the rest of the gubbins that I got, the soundtrack, and apparently they did. So it was a manic challenge to find that before going ready with the stream while trying to eat my tea and get everything set up. And I've got everything set up now. So to a certain degree, rather than having to listen to ambience and quiet ambience while I'm on break, I can actually just not worry about the game going quiet as I'm all tabbed out of it and just turn up the music in the playlist. But enough about all of that dilly-dallying around. Let's put that on pause, switch back to the game, and continue. I have a really bad memory. I can't remember what I was doing, other than how work was satisfactory. Work was okay. I mean, yeah, it was okay. I don't really want to get too much more into it because work was work. Been getting your tasks mixed up with my tasks from Kingmaker, and it's like, yeah, I was actually thinking about it earlier, and it's like, oh, I want to change my tagline for Pathfinder Kingmaker. Still wandering around, not sure what I'm doing, and it was like, no, what am I actually doing? And it's like, oh, that was it. That was the thing that it ended on last time. Valerie got a letter from her old high priest, high paladin of the order that she was in, come to basically take her back into the fold, and Valerie was all like, no, I'm not going back. And as part of the punishment for not going back, I gave Valerie a rather vicious looking scar right across the face. Which to me just seems really petty. And also, one of the things about the god, it's not Desna, Shaylin, is the fact that it's punishable to deface something that is pretty and beautiful and brings something to the world. I appreciate that the paladin has this concept that Valerie was supposed to be this figurehead for the church, but him marring Valerie like that? Didn't they want her there for her beauty? Yeah, image of her god and basically just a personification of everything that Shaylin represents. And because she rejected that, they were sort of like under the impression that because she was the personification of everything that Shaylin represented, then it must be that she is one for the church. And Valerie, being her own woman, had other opinions in mind and wanted to go out, explore the world, and do something with her life. Which I fully endorse. But what really pisses me off about the other guy is the fact that basically it's like, well, if you won't come to the work for the church, you shall not have your beauty, and scarred her rather viciously across the face. And that's where I ended. I hope to a certain degree, I always worry a little bit about backstories for companions in video games. If you go back to some of the earlier ones, like Neverwinter Nights, Mass Effect, it's all like they have this story that doesn't really impact on the main plot in any way, shape, or form. And Baldur's Gate did in some ways. It depended on which companions you had. Um, it seemed to impact a lot greater. But in Neverwinter Nights and Bioshock, it's like they've got a backstory. You can talk to them. You can get all the lore out of them. You half the time can romance them, fall in love with them, and it's just all like, yeah, okay, they're there. They make noise occasionally, but for the most part, you can just ignore them. The fact that this is Pathfinder and not some of the other games, I'm hoping they do more with it. I mean, to a certain degree, Valerie's story is pretty much the sort of like they're there, they're making noise. You can make romantic gestures, or at least flirtatious gestures towards them. But at the same token, it's I don't know how far that's going to get. Let me just check on my alignment. Yeah, still pretty lawful good. I'm swaying a little bit to. I thought the companion stories in our SWTOR had a great balance between relevance and necessity towards the overall story arc. Is that the old Star Wars: The Old Republic? Because I always get that mixed up with KOTOR Knights of the Old Republic. So I've not actually played the Old Republic. Yeah, the MMORPG. Yeah, I've not played that one. It's not a case that I don't want to. It's just a case of not enough hours in the day, and it came out when I was already sort of like very much on my limit of which MMOs that I was playing at the time. Now, why aren't we going upstairs? I'm just dancing on the spot. I can actually go to sleep here. So let's do that. I wonder if it's going to put everybody back into the positions that they're supposed to be in. Or whether it's just broken the game because I shouldn't be resting this in anymore. No, it's not broken the game. It just auto-saved. Alright, we've got some constitution damage to deal with. What am I down? I'm down 1 and Lindsay is down 2. Lindsay tends to stay at the back, although what I can actually do is a lesser restoration on myself. Come on, Tristan. And then restore it. And do a lesser restoration on Lindsay. I think we got more con damage from somewhere. I can't remember. Con ability to score damage is a lot bigger and more prevalent in the Pathfinder First Edition than it is in any other system that I've come across. Okay, well, let's just leave that there. So that's what we were doing. We got this letter for Valerie, decided to go deal with that. Now the lesser restoration is done. It's restored the damage. I think it only restored, because there's 2 types. There's drain and there's damage. And lesser restoration, I believe, ability scores, it cures points, 1d4 points of temporary ability damage. And there's it does not restore permanently ability drain. So yeah, if you've got drain damage from something, it is permanent until you get a greater restoration, or some other method quite like greater restoration. For ability damage, you can use lesser restoration. Because Pathfinder, if it wasn't crunchy enough, it decided to introduce 2 types of damage for stats. And yeah, I think damage just happens and it goes away at one point a night. Drain, there is usually a secondary saving throw. So you get drained, you rest up, and then 24 hours later, you get another saving throw. If you fail that saving throw, then it is permanent until other things happen. Otherwise, it goes away. I can't remember. I think vampires and the like tend to be things that will make a bigger difference there. You know, your damage tends to be from poisons and the like. Right, so let's have a look at this journal. We've got the Lost Child, Renowned Explorer. He's looking for Dwarven Outpost, which Dewberry also wants to see. Fun fact, the new Pathfinder is actually Pathfinder 4. It just got 2 points of addition drain, but haven't been healed yet. I think you missed with that one, British Boombashoot. Welcome, by the way. Shaylin's chosen. Talk to Valerie at the capital. The duel is over, and Valerie, oh poor Valerie, her poor face. I hope once we're back at the capital, she will find a way to heal that terrible gash. No, actually, if she wants to keep it, she can freaking well keep it. I mean, Valerie's felt like her beauty was a part curse. Anyway. Coins for Dead Man's Eyes. Guiding Beacon is... I might just go down and do this troll stuff over in the Troll Wilderness. Because it mainly tends to be pointing me here in the South Nile Marches. Okay, let's go back to Lochingdale. Rest up there. I might grab that dwarf. Yeah. If it makes someone laugh, it's worth it. If that person was me, all the better. Fair enough.
Need to catch my breath.
I mean, if it made you laugh, go for it. Now about just reminding everybody about critical commissions, which is my little avatar mascot over here-ish. Very difficult. I can't actually see it on my screen, so I'm trying to watch the feed to see if I'm in the right area. It's about there. For all your role-playing character needs, both Pathfinder, Starfinder, and, well, just about anything within reason. If you're after artwork, go message Critical Commissions and they'll let you know what's what.
Tyre, may we have a moment of respite?
Alright, let's manage my affairs. Go for rest. Do I want to be dealing with that dwarf? Okay, so there's nothing going on there. There's 4 days until you're finished with Zelinki's offer, which is going to build a shrine dedicated to Estrel for free, which is great. 11 days. Okay. Oracle commission of yourself playing computer games like I received. Yeah, like I say, critical commissions, if you can describe it and it's within reason, they'll usually do it for you. They draw you in some variety. Right, it said go speak to Valerie, and I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna be a little bit annoyed if it forces me down the route of sort of like, oh, you should really get that healed. It's all like, no, if she wants to fucking keep it, keep the scar. But we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, I'm jumping the gun a little. It might be sort of like she just point blank refuses to acknowledge it. And so, you know that scar on your face? What scar on my face? Shut up. Okay. But then I might grab the dwarf and go over to that ruin that I think is. Are you aware of the character? Are you aware of the character Victor Saz? No, I'm not aware of anybody by that name. How do you feel? I see your wound hasn't healed yet. Valerie waves off your words with more haste than prudence. Don't worry about such trifles. I will visit the priest or an alchemist when time permits. As for how I feel, it's my pride that suffered most. It seems I must devote more time to training. I will keep that in mind in the future and not let you down again. I should thank you, Chiron. It's important to me that you are at my side. Now I am sure that I'm finally free of the Order of the Eternal Rose and ready to devote all my time and efforts to our mission. Okay. How's your wound? No, let's not bring it up straight away. No, I didn't want to press that button. I wanted to say thank you, later, TFN. It's a DC Comics thing. Yeah, nope. Never heard of them. I'm not a massive comics fan. And I'm really not a massive fan of DC. Much more of a Marvel person. Don't hate me. If you're a massive DC fan, I don't know. It just seems like they've got more tricks up their sleeve than DC, which is always seems to be overly powerful, over accomplishing twits. It's I don't know. It's just one of them things, I suppose. Maybe if I could make a decent movie, then maybe I'd be more of a fan of DC. I said it. And I don't regret it. How do I get out of my own town again? I think it's this way. Right, I think... Yeah, I'm gonna take the dwarf out to them ruins, because I think they're dwarven. That will mean leveling him up. A little bit, but... my favourite... either was DC Universe or Dark Horse Comics. I always think Marvel heroes... I always think Marvel as heroes and villains, and DC as gods and monsters. I suppose that to a certain degree would be why I don't like DC. Seeing as though I don't really intend to have Tristane around much, is there a way of... There's no way of recommending this, is there? Oh, I'm gonna have to push buttons. Take a skill point in that, take a skill point in that, and... Oh, you literally only get 2. Okay, next. Recommend spell focus. Necromancy, which I think covers healing. I can never remember whether it's necromancy or evocation for healing. But yeah, for me, gods tend to be over the top when it comes to sort of like, oh yes, I'm a god, so you will do as I say, which makes sense when you make the analogy. It's all like, in Marvel, the heroes, they can be defeated, they can have bad days. It's just all like, when Superman ever be going to have a bad day? And if Bruce Wayne gets a bad day, he just buys his way out of it, kind of touch. And I appreciate that it's just like Batman and Superman are the only two that I've referenced, but it just feels the same for the rest of them. And, with the monsters side of things, it's like a good villain has something that is slightly relatable, slightly you kind of get where they're coming from. I'm just going to go with an evocation, because I think it's an evocation. Our healing is evocation. Well, there should be one here that will tell me what evocation is. What cure is. Inflict is necromancy. Cure moderate wounds is conjuration. Back, you want conjuration. Because apparently it's summoning healing. Next level up. And you get a stat point, take it in wisdom. Finished. And another level in cleric. And greater spell focus, conjuration. And done. Oh no, still got another level up. I really need to bring these guys out to play more often. Whee! I know it's not deliberate and not your point, but there's a very famous DC comic called Killing Joke. It's about one bad day. Yeah, I appreciate, because some of the things about DC is that they like to try to have people having bad days. Making their villains relatable, but I just feel that they try too hard sometimes, and it just doesn't feel natural. Like a god having a cold. You wouldn't think a god would have a cold. But you can so imagine the Incredible Hulk walking around his apartment and just really pissed off about the fact that he's got a roaring headache from having a blocked nose. Now think about Superman having a blocked nose. Just doesn't work. So on to this room watchtower, which I hope is Dwarven, because that's where Harim, is that his name? Wants to be. We got another notification. Fight. Cause. I just want the experience. Now think about it. Why would you want that on a t-shirt?
Enemy approaching.
I'm really not paying attention here. Amory, go murder the guy at the back. Because that always makes them cheerful. Yeah, first roll of the game, first another natural one of the game. I really do think that it might actually be a little bit sort of like balked the die roll.
This should do it.
But no, because it's not the first roll of the game, because initiative rolls were the first rolls of the game. That was the first combat roll of the game. Non-Pathfinder player question, what's the difference between a goblin and a goblinoid? Goblin is the essentially race. Goblinoid is the species. So you've got human and humanoid. You've got goblin and goblinoid.
Serves you right.
Because you do actually have hobgoblins, who bugbears, I think in some editions, orcs are actually classified as goblinoid. Off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure on that one.
This didn't work.
But yeah. So essentially, it's goblin is to goblinoid as human is to humanoid. And what was the difference between a goblinoid and a humanoid? Don't really know. I mean, you'd have to go digging. Because about the only thing that I remember about goblins and orcs and their origin stories comes from Warhammer. Which basically has orcs are actually intelligent overgrown mushrooms. I remember at one point referring to a bugbear. Bugbear, yeah, is goblinoid.
Consider me provoked.
But yeah, goblins and orcs and Warhammer is fungus. Not entirely sure why that's relevant, but it's something to do with their regenerative abilities and why and how they multiply so quickly.
Do not falter.
Harem, go harass that guy. Yeah, I know that in D&D, they so this is where it all gets confusing, because if you go to Tolkien, I think orcs are fallen elves? Not 100% sure on that. Getting a lot of natural ones today, I'm noticing. Yeah, the corner of my eye.
Your life ebbs
So, you know, without a definitive answer for you, which what makes a difference between goblin and goblinoid, or more to the point, human and humanoid. Humanoid and goblinoid, what's the difference there? Then I don't think you're really going to get an answer unless you can figure out or find out what the difference between humanoid and goblinoid is. Anything loose? Yeah, we'll find out when we leave the map. That's a nice way of warming up for a quick murder of some kobolds. I'm only really doing the encounters by default rather than avoiding them because there's an achievement to survive in one campaign 100 encounters. Right, before we go in, we're going to rest. We need to manage this because Harem will do nothing if we don't. See, let's take you 3 off. 12, 12, and 1. Okay, Harem, and then give you the +2. And Shepherd's Pie, sure. What's Shepherd's Pie? Saving throws, great stuff. And rest. And I didn't sort out Harem's spells.
Suffering than I. Haven't you realized by now how pathetic and cruel the world is?
It's as bad as we allow it to be. And it's as beautiful as we make it. So stop grumbling and get to work.
Yeah, you tell him. Not Valerie. Totally forgotten her name. Octavia, that's it. Okay, enter the ruin watchtower, which I think is the dwarven thing. Which is the only reason why I'm dragging Harren around. But yeah, part of me hopes that the NPCs have a more detailed backstory than just sort of like something surplus to the side, which would make it worthwhile actually dragging around just about everybody at least once. Because there is that undead elven lady with the thigh. Grass has sprouted from between the cobbles on this ancient road, and there's a wolf running off. Well, it's a dog. We're following the dog. Because that's what people do, right?
That is not far.
It's a dirty great big tree in the way. And keep following the dog. Oh, hello. Following the strange wolf, it said dog. You climb on top of the hill and you see a black-skinned man sitting under the spreading bush. The wolf runs up to him and sits near, whimpering.
Whom you brought? Get lost, dog. You're not needed here.
The man asked the wolf. He raised his arm to hit the wolf, but the animal doesn't even try to dodge, still whining. The man's hand goes down, never finishing the blow. The man staggers to his feet, and you notice there's blood soaking in the right side of his leather leggings. He's very tall, rather lanky. While he stands before you, leaning on his bow, his hurt leg trembles slightly, and the right side of his leggings darkens again with fresh bleeding. Nevertheless, the man doesn't reveal his pain, except a strained jaw and a heavy gaze.
Ekundayo.
Akundayo. I'm glad he pronounced it first. Akundayo. Akundayo. The man says, looking straight into your eyes.
Wow, sounds like a spell.
I guess you were wrong. This is his name.
No way! Who could have guessed that?
It is so.
Well, I'm not a friend. Did he even say friend or anything like that? No, he just said his name. You're bleeding. We need to patch you up.
Patched up already. This wound isn't the deadliest.
I'm Chiron, Baron of these lands. Nice to meet you.
Ekan for decent ones. Are you decent?
Second for decent ones. I mean, yes, I'm a friend. What are you doing here?
Sitting, waiting, hunting.
Can I help you?
Lured your curiosity. Serves me right. We'll start again. The name's Ekondayo. Ekon for decent ones. Used to be a carpenter in the Bristle Hill village. Trolls attacked. Killed everyone but me. We'll show them that was a mistake.
Speaks with a distant voice, looking somewhere above you.
They all deserve death. Kargad most of all. Rock Troll. He led them.
How can a mere carpenter be chasing trolls effectively?
You were not always a baron. Here, I was not always a carpenter. Nothing to lose anymore.
And how did you get that wound?
I've been hunting trolls until they have hunted back. The wound can't stop their hunting, just slows it down.
Did you know that the local trolls are not afraid of fire now?
No, didn't. Fire arrows couldn't murder them. Now I know the reason. Had no chance here. Can see it now.
Why are you sitting on the hill?
Troll feet often followed this path. Can't hunt them anymore. That's why I wait. They will come here eventually.
I'm hunting trolls too. Would you like to join our efforts? Beckon's face gets a trifle calmer. You can see he's glad to hear your offer.
We'll mark on your map all the places where troll feet tread the land. Troll's lair must be somewhere nearby.
Near the location revealed cobbled trail and troll clearing.
The spirit is strong, but the body falters. We'll follow you wherever you need, but this wound must be tended by healers in the capital. Don't want to burden. One more thing, before we go. Troll feet tread this path often. Would like to stay here until they appear.
Stay in an ambush. This is a great place for an ambush. Let's wait. I forgot how big and ugly these things were. Okay. We need Octavia for the acid, so she can't be benched. I'm gonna bench Amory for the moment. Sounds like a terrible idea. Let's level you up while we give a chance. Ranger, no points there. Do. And archery, many shot or point blank master, or improved precise shot, a base stat bonus. What? And 6th level of me improved, adds improved to the many. Your ranged attacks ignore anything but total concealment of cover. Useful. Many shot, making the full attack with your bow. It fires 2 arrows. If the attack hits, both arrows hit. Apply precision-based damage, such as sneak attack and critical hit damage, only once to this attack. Damage bonuses from using a composite bow with a higher strength apply to each arrow as do other damage bonuses such as ranger's favored enemy. Damage reductions and resistances apply separately to each arrow. Why would I do that then? Is a curious thing. Point blank shot. Point blank master, sorry, is choose one type of ranged weapon. You don't provoke attacks of opportunity when firing when threatened. That might be useful. But I'm going to take this many shot. It sounds like a terrible idea and I like it. Right, so
I'm open to your orders.
Now that you're there, let us shoot the troll. How well did that work out for us? Worked out fairly well. We got 4 strikes in against this one troll. Right, Octavia, why can you not? Oh, this is a surprise round, okay. You move over there. Lindsay moves there. Harim move forward a little. You have a shield and a bald head, very bald head. But just go be a meat shield for a moment. Valerie, go there. Then we have the dog in tow. But it's got an incredible movement speed. Shoot the troll again. Okay, that's almost impressive. Octavia, go in and splash that with acid to take care of that one. Lindsay, go for that. That's going to come towards us. Please don't hit Octavia. No, didn't manage to get to anybody.
What a waste.
this should be sneak attack damage and just murder it. I didn't quite murder it as much as I would have liked. We're just hitting on some of these attacks. Now it's gonna punch the guy at the back. Yeah, getting close to the troll. 17 points of damage. Okay, branded troll. Octavia, take care of that guy.
Can't stop me.
Or don't. It's up to you. Stands up and gets knocked clean out again. It's still not dead, but it should take a while before it gets back up again.
This will hurt.
Oof. 53 points of damage. Nice.
Ow.
Just an ow. Ooh. And it's down. So just fill it full of arrows so that we can get a lot of damage onto it so it doesn't get up anytime soon. And we'll spin this around. Spells. I really need to sort out your spell book. I'm gonna do it now. I appreciate that this is the middle of combat and probably not the best place to do it, but yeah, let's take some monster three, why not? Aid, bear's endurance, bull strength. Oh, you get one of these too. Bone shaker. Take control of a target's living. You take control of a target's living creature's skeleton. A creature that has the skeletons rattles within its flesh, causing grievous harm. That sounds delightful. Yeah, let's... Bull strength, bear's endurance, and 2 cure moderates. And for first level, let's just put in another cure light wounds and call it jobs are good. And acid splash. Ta-da! It is now over. Right, so this isn't the place. Thought it might be the place that I'm expecting. I don't know. Gem, potion. Pretty much could have just grabbed everything. We are not looking healthy. Jeez. Can you? Yeah, you can do. Alright, that'll do for now.
Interesting.
An amulet of natural armor +1. I'm guessing you're wearing armor. Does that help you? Yes, it does. Does it help Valerie? That's the first question we should always ask. It does, and Valerie's getting it. Bringing her up to a delectable 30 AC. Maybe, just maybe, we'll make it so that things can't actually hit her. Where are we? What are we doing? We're following this road. Oh, hello. Take care of the trap. Probably shouldn't all be grabbing around it, but oh well.
Make an epic pose. I need inspiration.
We were ambushed. Let us make them rue the day.
Cannot hide from me.
Yes, this day you shall rue it.
Let's
Go
try
finish off
this
that
way.
guy. Or maybe not finish off. Oh, there's two more guys the other side of the road. Did not notice them. Bum. Can you? No, you can't make it to them in time. Oh, they've fallen over. Let's 5-foot step over there just to get some space.
Wishes?
Go murder the guy lying on the ground because massive bonuses to that.
I'll fight if I have to.
You missed. Valerie, finish that guy. Oh, Jesus. Bum. Alright, take care of the archer. He is pretty good with that bow.
This should do it.
Love the way that they try and stand up. And they fall down.
This is where I step in.
Should have gone for the other person stood behind bushes. Octavia, go mess them up a little. Valerie, finish off that guy. He ran out of his half-orkiness. And
Nowhere to run.
we've got one guy left.
A calculated risk.
Done. Despite the stag lord being long dead, the bandits still plague these lands. Dagger, useless. Bow, I'll take the composite short bows because they're reasonably expensive and reasonably light. Did any one of you peasants have anything of interest? No, not really. Alright, everyone gather around.
As it should be.
I'm quite curious to see what's off this side of the road. You can go away first. Oof. What will I do with you being not alive? Although this is actually a surprise attack round. Alchemist. And Alchemist. You're not in range of anybody. Turn that off. Yes, you are just missed anyway. And move valiantly forward, Harem. Alright, this is a round that matters. Need to take care of that alchemist. There we go. No more firebombs raining from the sky for them.
Onwards!
This
Supplies. Just kidding. Go mess that guy up. Thank you. Switch back on the acid splash. Move forward. Miss somebody, go there. To move too far so don't actually get to attack. The guy with the bow shoots the guy with the bow. Oof. Oh, automatically targets the other person with a bow. Nice.
Stay behind me!
Alright, you've done a lot to stay alive,
Let's
but that
try
ends.
this way.
No. Coins, longsword, heavy shield, scale mail, composite longbow, studded leather, light crossbow, some nice little potions, a piece of chocolate, which I just found lying on the ground, not wrapped up, with an alchemist. So I'm going to take it. A two-bladed sword. Grindstone. Do the grindstones? No, merchant's item. This is a pretty little camp they had. Shame they couldn't have just said hello and decided to try and murder me. Actually, I didn't really give them a chance to say hello. I shot them in the back before then. But I'm going to assume that they were bandits. Oh, more wolves. Really need to move Harem up in this list.
I grant you death.
I mean, it's just moments like this where it's like, I appreciate they went with a certain artistic style. But these trees getting in the way really do get in the way. Alright, we have a number of wolves. I count 3 in total. Ha, you missed.
Let us strike as one!
Dog. Step away from the wolf.
This is for you!
Make mass of the wolf. Harem, move your full
As
speed.
dust.
Lindsay.
Wishes.
Ekund. Nice.
A calculated risk.
Terrible. Can't charge.
I must be doing it wrong.
You can make it up there in time.
I'll fight if I have to.
Everybody gather around this one wolf who seems oddly resistant. Right, Harem gets moved forward a bit.
In
And
due
you
time.
can go in front of the spellcasters. Nice. Exquisite Pearl, Peridot
All
Gem,
according
and
to
Green
plan.
Quartz. Oh, there's a fallen tree. Let's see how terrible this is.
A trivial matter.
Hello. Love the way that it's like, we found somebody's camp. A bonfire is dying in the middle of a grassy glade. Nearby, a cooking pot is still hot, and tin mugs are scattered around. 3 buds rolls have been rolled out beneath the tree, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around. There's no sounds of wildlife either. Mysteriously, the scene is oddly disquieting. Detect magic. The shimmering is definitely a magical effect of some sort. Judging by the aura, someone has been trying to cross the borders between worlds. Search for traces of the hunters. There's no sign of a fight, and it doesn't look like the hunters were abducted or scared away either. Suddenly you hear a scream coming from the east. East. North, south, east, this way. The lack of obvious causes and dangers make the deserted camp seem even more suspicious. You choose to leave whatever fate befell the hunters before they can fall. I'm gonna go check out this
Follow my
scream.
lead.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
Why are all the wolves looking at a rock? Oh, hello.
This is where I step in.
There's people up on the top of that rock. Can you charge anybody? No, you can't.
Do not falter.
This will hurt.
It's a surprise round, I think. Yeah, it is. Shoot the one at the back. Oof. He goes from like 4 arrows to 1 if it's a surprise round. That really doesn't feel right. Well, that's a very nice, wasn't it? See, how do you like it? Hmm?
Onwards. Huh.
Yeah, shove them.
Let's try this way.
Octavia, stay down.
Cannot hide from me.
There we go, got rid of the wolf.
Don't strike wasted.
Got rid of both of the wolves. And Octavia, you can now stand up again. Skin the wolves. Collect hides. Skin and collect. I'm gonna rock and Lindo. You hear a voice somewhere above you. You there! Help us! A man dressed wearing simple clothes waves at you from the top of a massive rock. Hunters we are. We were camping in the woods, then suddenly we were up here. Some weird magic or something, I guess. For God's sake, help us! Try to catch the hunters using a stretched out cloak. How did you get up there? No clue. We were headed off to sleep when a dream came over us. A bright one, too. All 3 of us were in a river, and the current was sweeping us away. The trees on the shore were too high, up to the sky, I tell you. And the clouds were like mountains. We went over the waterfall and hurtled down. Next I knew, we were up here on this rock, wet as drowned rats. Never seen anything like it. And I hope I never have to again. How many of them are you? Is anyone wounded? Just 2 of us. Mostly good, thanks, Estral. Lindel here, though she came down pretty hard. She's got some broken ribs, can hardly breathe. As for Dunlan, I think he's dead. I can only see his feet sticking out of the rock. There's some dwarf corpse up here too. Guess he got it the same we did. Okay. I love the way the difference between lawful good and chaotic good is reassuring them to be careful. Whereas if you just say, jump will catch you, it's chaotic good and is actually more difficult. Lawful good I am. Did we catch them? You managed to stretch and get your cloak stretched out to try and catch the climbers. The man above pushes his wounded friend down first and then jumps himself. You catch them both without any trouble. Here is the reward for your efforts. I found it up on the corpse. I found it on the corpse up there. It looks valuable. Yeah, there was no need for any couches, there was no need for any beds or magic or anything like that. It was just straightforward, jump off the edge and onto an outstretched cloak. Nothing more than a cloak. Gold cog wheel ring. Take this too, Lindel and me owe you our lives after all, and 110 gold coins. Okay, well that's an oddity. We got some kind of A heavily gilded cog wheel. But it isn't actually very expensive. So I'm assuming I shouldn't be going selling it. You got anything to say for yourself? Not especially. I kind of feel bad for going through the things. Not at all.
In due time.
I shouldn't. I'm lawful good. Oh, branded troll. Doop 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 doop.
Nowhere to run.
See, I should probably take out the others first, because they hit just as hard and aren't as tough. But this is the first one presented to me. Well, the kobold booms there. Acid Flash. Nice. Valerie, charge. Go on, treat yourself. Did not get a surprise round. Harim.
Your life ebbs low.
Oof. Nice, just the one move action and sugar. Sneak attack.
So tired.
Hideous laughter. Valerie succeeded. Will save. Oh, nice. Can you? No, you can't. Okay.
Serves you right.
Just take out the big guy in front of you. Actually, can you take out the spellcaster in the back? Thank you. Wow, that damage though. Oh, and the troll falls down. Could have done with the damage being done first, but oh well. Nice sneak attack damage there. And the troll will be dead.
Stay behind me.
Yeah, they do kind of hit as hard, but they're not as good at hitting, so that's another plus for taking out the big guy. Ooh, first. Take out the kobold. He was annoying me. Notice also if you are still around, I think this is a ranger, the troll killer that you mentioned, and yeah, he's a bit OP.
You can't.
Kind of glad that I found him. Not entirely sure whether I want to keep him over Amory though. I kind of like Amory's style. But I need Octavia for the acid.
What a waste.
I suppose I could bench Lindsay for a while. Oh, I got confused. Luckily it still can't hit.
I got you dead.
Come on, acid splash.
Provoked.
Hey. Alright, loot the bodies. Loot the kobold. Oh, that's masterwork. That is not. I'll take all of them things. Warhammer, nah, and nice.
This requires your attention.
Oh, hello, a dwarven helm shard. I can go with all the rest of the collectible stuff. So I know that I went down that log branch. And I didn't really need to do that. I think that's everywhere other than this little corner. He must have some acid fire stuff if he's a troll hunter to replace Octavia. The thing is, when he introduced himself, we mentioned that they are resistant to fire, and then he was like, "Oh, that's why the fire arrows haven't been worked." Amory, Octavia, Ekundo, Tristan, and Rigongar. Yeah, you're the tower shield specialist, so see where you use Rigongar for your damage dealing. That's where I would be, and so Valerie is where you would be. So yeah, I am feeling that I might switch out Lindsay for a while. She just bards, man. They're not great in Pathfinder. You know, they're a great concept class, and they're a great class to play for role-playing purposes. But when it comes to Pathfinder First Edition, they're not fantastic. They are too much the jack of all trades. I didn't want you to move there. I wanted you to click on the little thing that tells me what's going on. When once sturdy walls became decrepit and crumbled. Yeah, the thing is, I appreciate what you're saying there, but my charisma and my persuasion are alright as well. I mean, the only thing that she has, you know, she's got the same persuasion as me. The lore, I think, is the main thing that I'd be missing out. But I think my Tristan is a lot more world knowledge, and Amory also has some world knowledge. Torag pendant. I did see an athletics thing to get up over that way. But I figured I'd search around this time. Trollhounds. Ferocious wolves. Okay, there is trolls over here somewhere. Dog Ghost Scout. Yeah, it is one of the things about Rongar is he's a magi, which is a really good class for damage and spellcasting. For my Octavia, I am sort of like trying to keep them 2 for 2, or 1 for 1 for combination of spell classes to rogue classes. I like being able to customize just like my player character.
This should do it.
Yeah. See, this is one of the great things about you know, modern role-playing games on computers, and you know, one of the great things about Pathfinder in general is the fact that there is a lot of choices, and you can tweak people just the way that you want them. The main difficulty is actually sort of like, is it always the best idea to
You deserved it.
have, you know, what is the best solution? Because you can break characters so easily in Pathfinder by making poor choices. You don't want to make poor choices, you just so happen to make poor choices. You need a bit of an acid splash. You need to leave Valerie alone. Keeps missing on that first shot. Shoot. Can you charge? Yes, you can. Okay, nurse is
This is
flashing
for
that
you.
guy. And I'm gonna risk the attack of opportunity for standing up. Because I didn't
Let
think
us
you'd
strike
miss
it
anyway.
home.
A hit anyway.
Any last wishes?
You know, it's one of the major selling points I find for D&D 5th edition. Is it's very easy to get into, and you know, you've got to put some effort into breaking. Jubileost, I think I have. Which one's he? Is he the halfling or gnomish reviewer? Who's just also like, you've got a terrible kingdom. Or barony.
As it should be.
When you should be doing better. And then I accidentally sent his little caravan flowing downstream because, you know, failed a bunch of rolls and he was really not impressed with it. There's a bunny. Or at least I hope it's a bunny. Oh, hello. A little bit of Dwarven rune, I think. The traitor god Torag priests used to set hiding places in statues like that. To look closer, if you wish, you might find something. Okay. Chaotic neutral alchemist, I think, is a halfling. Haven't used in the party yet. I have not gotten anybody called Jubileos in the party. Maybe he's recruitable. Yeah, I really do need a financial advisor, and if it turns out that if I'd have saved his caravan, he would have been a financial advisor, I'm gonna be a little bit annoyed because I've got so much work for a financial advisor, and I just can't do any of it because I don't have a financial advisor. On the ancient parchment, there are words written in feeble hand, discoloured with age and barely visible. Every morning I wake up as a 20-year-old boy. It's the best morning of my life, for today is the first time I've taken over the post at the watchtower over Great Shield Road. Every morning I open my eyes and see the tower in ruins. Horrified, I grope my grey beard and my gnarled fingers and slowly realize that there is no more Shield Road. It's been this way for many years, for more years than I can count. I must be older now than the decrepit Gargan was when he died and left me alone. Unforgiving time has eroded both the stones of a tower and my mind of flesh and mind. The holy statue of Torag is one thing time itself dare not touch. I do remember it's my duty to guard something hidden inside the statue, but I don't remember exactly what I'm guarding. The key I wear hanging around my neck. The Lange book golden cog is as heavy as an anvil. Where is the Warder Dash white cog? I don't remember. What happened to Skellig's red cog? Its keeper, Garn, died. I don't know. Every morning I go around the neighborhood looking for people I haven't seen for any for years, neither traders nor bandits. Sometimes my mind tricks me, and I recall speaking to a hunter or a scout just yesterday, but these memories are too vague to be true. I guess my feeble mind just entertains itself with illusions. I've been hoping for too long to see the day when dwarves return and restore the road. Now I seriously doubt there are any of my kin left in this world, or at least alive at all, or anyone alive at all. Maybe some unimaginable plague has razed away every living soul that living soul in the whole of Galarian except for me. If someday someone returns to these parts and manages to read this, remember our names. This tower was built by the dwarves of the Waradash, Skeg and Langbuk and clans in 4241. Current year by the way. Let's just have a bit of a reminder on this. I did have it written on a note that I've now lost. I think it's 7200? Why can I not keep notes? Well, I do keep notes, I just then lose them. No, it's 4720 AR. So about 500 years ago. It was abandoned in 4499. We, the last shields, were left behind to keep our eternal watch for the glory of Torag and the dwarven people. Our names were Gargan and Kajek and Walk Landbuk. It was our free choice, and we have no regrets. Remember us. Okie dokie. That's some history right there for you. Let's touch the statue with the cog. Unlike the time-worn watchtower, the statue of Torag is in perfect condition. The dwarven god's face has a stern look, almost accusatory when combined with the surrounding devastation. Harren gives the statue a long look and then spits on the ground without saying a word. Elkin bows his head and whispers a short prayer before the statue. Examine the statue. Your intuition tells you that the statue may be hiding something of value. After several hours searching, you discover a hidden panel with a niche above it. In the niche is a set of jagged grooves adorned with arcane symbols. Seems to be connected to something deeper inside the statue. It seems that access to Torag's treasures will require the missing cogs. Open the panel. The stone panel and the mechanism keeping it shut are both sturdy and effective. Neither lockpicking skills nor brute force enhanced with cursing are incapable of opening it. It looks as you won't be getting this hidden treasure without the property. Try to put the cog inside the mechanism. No matter how you fit in, the cog won't rotate. It seems you need all three of them to open this panel. Leave. Okay. So, Harrion wanted to come here just to spit at the rock.
All according to plan.
Oh. Here be spiders. Giant greater spider. Greater giant spiders. Not entirely sure which way around I said it the first time. It got a really high initiative roll. Oh, there's another one around the corner there. And another one around the corner there. If it could just stop spawning in now, that'd be great. I get 10 of my finest stonesmith subjects to come here and open these damn doors. I mean, I don't even think it'd take that to a certain degree. Just, you know, one good piece of magic and the whole thing is going to come crumbling down.
Do not falter.
We have a slight problem that there's a lot more spiders than there seems to be people. Right, you are in a terrible position. Move away.
This is where I step in.
Can I move you? Oh, yeah, I have color spray. So if I move you there, get out color spray, you get 3 of the spiders. And they're all immune to the color spray. Great stuff. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, which one is the most injured? It is this one.
I grant you death.
Level away his sail facing this way, but shot the nearest one, which was off to his side. If everybody could keep making the fortitude saving throws, that would be great. Harry, you're the healer, you're not supposed to die. Great stuff. Alright, nobody get injured too much. The music's gone really quiet.
Serves you right.
Right, so I need you to take a 5-foot step away. And we are going to, well, there's no, ooh, I forgot I had Dispel. So I want to just cast it about there. And of course all the spiders failed. Succeeded, succeeded, and failed. Okay. Well, yeah, you're going down the hole, you're going down the hole. So, take care of that guy.
Hide from me.
You did not go down the hole. Oof, dex damage, damn it.
A calculated risk.
Stab another one. Nice. Hurry and play dead. Oh wait, you are.
Stay behind me.
Wolf can move around there and attack that one. Lindsay, let's have a 5-foot step back and shoot. Oh,
You
that one's still
deserve
alive. Not see him over there. Right, 5-foot step back and shoot. Why can you not target the one that's right there? I can see him. Oh wait, maybe he's falling in the hole. Yeah, bye bye. Fall in the hole already. Right, the guy at the back.
Nowhere to run.
And into the hole you go. Oof. Why is it me who takes a massive amount of dex damage?
This will hurt.
Let us
You're
strike
supposed to
as
be good at
one.
the whole dex thing. Bum 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 bum.
You
Come
can't stop
on,
me.
somebody hit. You're supposed to be good at these things. Nope. Nope. Oh, no, that was it. And that was it. Yay! It's another 4 points of dex
Let's
damage
try
to me.
this way. This should do it.
Don't mind Valerie missing too much. She's not supposed to be the damage dealer. It's everybody else I'm concerned about. I think that's the other thing about Lindsay is she's got some useful spells, but they're all very limited. So we're going to move away from the pit before they all climb out of there. I suppose I should try and get Harem up. Are you dead? I can't tell. Dog move there. Lindsay, you're a healer. Go get Harem. How far down are you? You're only 5 points down.
Yes.
You might come back up with this. Or you might not.
I grant you death.
The pit is over. Yep, hand is charged. I can see it quite clearly. How do I get you to actually cast that spell
Grotus awaits
On
us.
Harren.
Like I saw it.
Alright. Yeah, use that because everybody's a little bit injured. And use it again, because why not? Alright. These runes so calm and tranquil reconciles you with the future. Once long ago, a sturdy watchtower rose above the forest, ready to signal an enemy's approach, day or night. Now the ancient moss-covered stones were crumbling, and birds rather than warriors inhabited this place. The ground floor looks to have been looted, but there still seems to be some furniture left in what remains of the upper floor. A rotted table, an uneven chair, and a small but seemingly robust chest. Sadly, the stairs leading up had collapsed long ago. Harren walks around the tower slowly, running his fingers along the cracks in the stone. I like places like this. Peaceful, quiet. Here, one is bound to consider that which awaits us all, sooner or later. Yes. Taking a seat, he is lost himself in his admiration of the ruins. Ekund inspects the upper floor. Possible to climb, but risky. Stones might collapse. We could use a rope to pull it down. Decided to make a sturdy ladder. Fortunately, there were plenty of materials. Let's just... that's +5, that's +14. Athletics for 17 with a 14. I'll take my chances. Ekundo deftly climbs the stones, even as they crumble beneath his feet. On the next floor, he found what must have been a living room centuries ago. There were even remnants of decomposed floor mat. The chest was heavy, but it didn't take Ekundo much effort to push it to the ledge and drop it down. The chest fell to the stone floor with a loud thud and a huge cloud of dust rising around it. The wood had darkened after years of exposure in the sun and the rain. The metal siding had grown a layer of rust, and the decorative carvings on the lid were barely discernible. Even so, the chest itself was as robust and as secure as the day that it was made by some unknown dwarven master. And of course, it was still locked. Trickery! And Octavia! The mechanism had rusted, the key had long been lost, but that matters little for a skillful lockpick. After tinkering inside the keyhole for a while, Octavia opened the lid triumphantly. Inside we found simple possessions of a dwarven warrior who must have been once stationed here in this tower. Battle gear consisting of chainmail, a helmet, a shield, and an axe. A pair of torn travelling boots and a metal tankard the size of a small bucket. A pipe and a pouch full of tobacco which had petrified over the years. And lastly, a peculiar cog, a little thing, a complex red metal cog. Great axe, which is magical. Troll Reaper. Corrosive, deals acid damage. That would be great to give to Amory. Breastplate looks fancy. +2 breastplate. That's just a heavy shield. I'll toss it back. And a red wheel cog. And a soot blackened apron. Alright, let's get rid of that shield, because it's junk. Anything else in here?
I don't like surprises.
In due time.
Okay. I'm guessing the other key is around here somewhere. troll.
This is for you! You're but a footnote in our story.
Troll hounds.
A calculated risk.
Poke.
Cannot
Escondo.
hide from me.
Ah!
Do not falter.
Oof. 2 natural 20s in a row. Nice. No, it's she crits on a 19, 20. Nice. Harim.
What a waste.
Dog. Can we go around a little bit? Nice. Lindsay. Don't screw this up. But I'm gonna give you an acid flask. And you're gonna throw it right in the middle of all 3 of them. Voila! Is that just dog, not like a troll dog or something? Which one? Dog? Or do you mean the troll hounds? Because you've got the troll hounds, which, yes, they are just like trolls, they have regeneration.
Follow my lead.
But dog is just a dog. Well, actually, he's a wolf. Called dog.
I see something. I did as you asked.
And Helm Shard and a couple of spells. Oh, this is just dog on your side. Yeah, Ranger's got proper animal companions. I'm guessing it's his. Favorite enemy, giant humanoids. Animal companion wolf. So yeah, the dog is his animal companion wolf. And yes, they're on our side.
My search was not in vain.
I thought this game had you fighting dogs. Got real dog. That makes more sense. Calvert, Alik, and Galvert are all stood around a tree. You see 3 peasants circling an ancient oak. They are talking loudly amongst themselves. I found it! What? Where? Show us. Nah, it was nothing. Just thought I did. Damn stump. The man hits the trunk of a tree with his fist and winces and massages his hand. Well, put your backs into it. I can smell the gold, I can. Who are you and what is happening here? The men jump up and press their backs against the massive oak's massive trunk. They've never taken their eyes off you as they lean towards each other, whispering. You can barely catch the words Baron and treasure. We're from the village nearby, my lord. We just want to cut this tree down. See? Winter's not far off, you know. Gonna need some wood. And with this much, maybe we could build a boat, too. Cut it out here. There's so much for our gold. You're not in trouble. Just tell me everything. We're searching for gold here, my lord. A travelling bard spent a night in our village just telling us about big fights and barbarians and chieftains who led the hordes long ago. At the end, he said that he knew where the barbarian's chieftain buried where the barbarian's chieftain's buried. He promised he could show us. We paid him 2 gold. He wanted 3, but we could only gather 2. He told us anyway, though. Barbarians, you say. If I remember their customs correctly, as you recall, there were barbarian tribes that rode across these lands long ago. Moreover, they buried their chieftains in cairns with all their earthly possessions. However, all the known cairns are far to the east or northwest. Why aren't you worried about wandering around these lands? It could be dangerous out here. We've lived our lives all around here, my lord. Got nothing to be scared of. If we met a kobold, we eat him hard. If we met a wolf, we climb a tree. If a troll comes around, we can run as fast as we can. As for bandits, we're not afraid. They don't cross us because we ain't got 2 coins to scrape together. There may be some enchantment beneath the tree. The old oak bears no enchantment. This does not exclude the possibility that treasure is there. It simply may be hidden too deep, or perhaps treasure isn't magical in nature. The truth is, this bard lied to you. He couldn't have lied to us. He was honest. I could see it in his eyes. I know good people, I do. I'll help you dig up the gold. We'll share the treasure. What did I fail that by? I failed it by 1. Welcome, my lord. We'll go faster. The work will go faster together. As for the gold, we'll dig more for fun than money anyhow. If you're digging for fun, the Baron can have your share instead. 2 hours later. After several hours of digging and chopping, the ancient tree finally yields. The oak creaks indignantly as it uprooted and falls aside. Its remaining roots are dangling in the air. There's nothing under the tree but several worms and a mole den. Nothing here. What happened? Did the bard lie to us? And because we paid too little and he held a grudge. I told you, don't be greedy, I said. Get your stash out of your boot. And what did you do? I know which way he left. It's only been half a day. We can still catch him. We'll get on our knees before him. Empty our pockets if needs be. He'll forgive us and he'll tell us where the treasure really is. Let's go. Come on. The fuck? I'm wondering if there's a reference to Three Stooges or something. I was kind of hoping the dwarf would be buried down there and the ring would be there, but oh well. Guess not. Still got the feeling that terrible, terrible things are down there.
What a find!
I'm not afraid.
You missed. What did you spot? A trap. Oh, a trap on the thing. Okay, don't worry about that right now, dog. I keep forgetting we're supposed to be going on breaks around about now. So, okay, let's see if I can get this magic to work. So I alt-tab out. And it's silent. But I go to the be right back screen and I start the timer up. I set it for 10 minutes. And then I play some music. I found out that I had got the soundtrack for Kingmaker as part of my pre-ordering it from Kickstarter. So you all get to listen to proper music without the whole background noises. How's that? Alright, I'll see you all in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go get a coffee. Bye! Greetings and salutations, I am back, and the other benefit of actually having the music separately is I can turn up and down the volume. The bad thing about having the music separately is I've not set up OBS to take it straight from the thing, so when I popped into Pathfinder Games stream, just to pop on and say hi, I turned on the volume for a minute and it's like, oh wait, maybe everybody else can hear that. Shucks. I need to spend some more time with OBS and get it so that it's listening just to the music playing music, but let me put this on pause and let's get back to the game. I think there's a way of setting up OBS so that it'll only listen to certain applications and filter the music of the audio from there, but seeing as though 9 times out of 10 all I'm doing is grabbing whatever I've got opened, it's easier for me just to say, OBS, just take the desktop audio and accept that and play it out. It's something that I've got to look into whether it's possible and the like. I'll figure it out eventually, hopefully.
Nowhere to run.
I also didn't think Anne was streaming yet. They're a little bit earlier, but I think she's doing something later with her Patreons, so maybe she's getting that stream out, getting her Tuesday stream out of the way. And then we'll be sorted for... What are you doing? No, don't heal her. Still got her charged spell on. Which is rather annoying because I really, really would prefer it if, well, I use that on the right person, not heal the bad guy. Valerie, you are slowed. So slowed. Wow, that's rough. Ha, you missed. Caron, you are slowed. So slowed. Alright, take care of the transmuter, because that's annoying. More slow. Okay, use that on her. There we go. Octavia, acid splash that guy. I can't charge while I'm slowed.
Let's try this way.
So how's everybody doing in the chat? Is everybody having fun? What are you all up to?
Repent!
Oh, he's their own guy. Could you just stop that? That'd be great, you know?
You can't stop me.
Stay behind me.
Charge, Valerie, charge! Slow is rough in this. Maybe you should have got out with crossbow and just plinked arrows into them. Preparing. Oh, you asked a question, didn't you, about seaweed? I would say that yes, it's bludgeoning damage. Only because that's the only physical damages that we've got available. Is piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning. It's not likely to be piercing, because, you know, if it was piercing, then it would do piercing damage. And I don't think this is going to pierce the skin all too often. Slashing, same thing, I don't really think it's going to cut them up.
I did as you asked.
Which only really leaves you with a bludgeoning damage, which I don't strictly agree on. But yeah, I suppose if you got a clump of seaweed and sock somebody around the head with it, then it would be a bludgeon. Heavy crossbow, shardened braces, knight's bracer. Finding a lot of trinkety stuff around here. I saw wolves over this way.
In due time.
Preparing for a Halloween special tomorrow, trinity of tricks, but also making some treats like the always loved bag of tricks. I mean, it might be well loved, but it wasn't very often used, I don't think, when I had it in my game. No, the Harren's fallen down.
Lie down for a moment.
Harem is probably not going to last around. Take out the wolf. We rolled really badly on our initiatives. But I'm guessing my players are going to be firing that left and right. Yeah, that's what I figured my players would do, but no, apparently I spent so long writing up them cards and thinking of creepy skeletal alternatives.
Consider me provoked.
Or undead alternatives, I should say. They weren't just skeletal. Great stuff. That was a natural one. The harem, just stay down for the moment. If you stand up, you're just going to get murdered.
Could be worse.
You're probably going to get murdered anyway.
Lost.
Yep, you're murdered. Ha, you're stuck. Run out of movement already. Shoot the guy in the back. What? Ferocious wolf attacks dog with a bite. Okay. And misses. It looked like the ferocious wolf attacked the alpha wolf.
Nowhere to run.
Wow. Ekundo, you
This
disappointed
is for
me
you.
that round. I made a more aquatic theme, but there are some limitations. But only one on the list is not amphibious. Can it at least breathe underwater, or is it just going to be sort of like horrific punishment for the players just pulling it out and it's like, hey, cat, straight into the water? Oh, I've fallen down. I'm getting murdered. Still getting murdered. If people could stop murdering me,
Serves you
that
right.
would be great. These alpha wolves.
I aim true.
You didn't last round. No sea creatures, but ones that can breathe on land apart from the shark. Okay, so it's the other way around. You're terrorizing a poor shark. It was like, here, go Fluffy, and Fluffy turns out to be a shark. And yeah, just lie there and take it. Chiron, there's no sense in trying to fight it. Valerie, go for the other wolf. No, okay, go for the alpha wolf.
Calm down.
I die.
Not dead yet.
Well, I'm not dead yet, but I will die. But we're down to the last alpha wolf, and hopefully it's going to start attacking Valor.
You can't stop me.
Are you going to allow your players to do a Sharknado? Ooh, straight up dead. Great stuff.
Let us strike as one.
That's what I get for trying to stand up. Although it was going to probably attack me
You
anyway.
deserved it.
Right, what do we have in the way of healing? We have got Bobble. But we do have some cure light wounds. Lindsay, you can do some cure light wounds.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that's death's door. It looks like blindness to me.
Yes.
Did I grab that thing in the bushes back here? I have a feeling that I didn't, you know. No, I did. Alright, Octavia, catch everybody back up. Because I think there's some more wolves this way. Creep very carefully forward. Yeah, there's wargs.
Consider me provoked.
Surprise!
I'm glad you dead.
See, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. And who's this? Dog. Can you charge? Do you have the ability to charge? Yes, you can. Charge at that one. Octavia.
This is for you!
Oh yeah, you can get an active flash in. Lindsay and Valerie charge at the one on the edge. There we go. Oh, wolf fell down. Nice.
A calculated risk.
Miss. Stay down, because too many things are going to attack you. Oh, Harren falls down. See, what the deuce? Who is this? Octavia. Take care of that one.
I have to.
Oh, don't. Lindsay, stay down. Valerie, take care of that one.
At last.
Please tell me you've got it. You do not have the melee weapon. You can't use that. You could use the hand axe. Use Troll Reaper. Because why not? Carry around, switch weapons, and stab this thing.
This will hurt.
Missed. Of course you did. Stay down. Oh, Valerie just fell over. Stay down, Lindsay. Stand up, Valerie.
Do not falter.
You have a reasonably good chance of surviving.
Cannot hide from me.
Come on, take out this guy.
Let's try this way.
Wow, how tough are these guys? Neutral evil, 73 hit points each. I'm surprised Lindsay isn't dead yet.
You can't stop me.
There we go. Right, Lindsay, stand back up and shoot the warg in the back.
This is where I step in.
I've just recalled. Oh no, you're still fighting defensively. We just adopted a shark at theoceanproject.com. And I like the way that you've had to clarify the adopted with quotation marks. So I wouldn't honestly expect you to have actually gone out and picked up a shark and taken it home with you.
Nowhere to run.
But I did see something somewhere where somebody got really annoyed about the fact that they adopted a
This should do it.
koala bear, I think it was, and got really annoyed at the fact that they didn't actually get the koala at home. And it's like, how daft do you have to be to think that they're actually going to give you a koala? And I need to turn off that. Right.
Serves you right.
Let's take out the one that's right in front of us. Valerie, stand up again. See, the dog isn't even dead, and that one just charged around at us. Go away.
Hey, can someone help me?
No, not really.
Calculated risk.
We're screwed. Stay down.
You deserved it.
That one's nearly gone. That's weird. There we go. When did that come back up? I honestly didn't notice. You would have thought I would have noticed. Did I just forget to turn it off like ages ago?
I aim true.
There we go. Well, that's Octavia through the death door. I am not looking good. If I get up, I'm gonna get murdered. Oh, there goes Valerie again. Harem is still down. Shit. Valerie, you need to stop falling down.
I grant you death.
I'm wounded.
If I die, it's back to the reload, and I can't remember the last time I saved.
Any last wishes?
Can we drink a healing potion from the floor? Hey, I'm down, I'm unconscious. Valerie isn't actually dead, and it comes charging at me.
From me.
I require healing.
Okay, I think I'm knocked out. Hopefully it'll stop trying to murder me.
This is where I step in.
Begin the fighting retreat.
Protect me, please.
Nowhere to run.
What a miserable last chapter.
I don't think we're gonna make it, guys. Ah, Shazbot. Yeah, really mean Worgen. Well, Wargs. Not sure if there's a difference. Hit. Nope, there we go, that was it. Load last save, and I cannot remember the last place I saved. I have a bad feeling that it was when I entered this area. Okay, it's not as bad as when I entered this area. I'm not entirely sure Worgen and Warg are totally different. There might be some crossover. Let's loot this place. Look around carefully. Arcana. Too thin in places like this. People objects drawn from one world into the other by sheer chance. Sometimes they reappear far away from the original, and sometimes they seem to be lost forever. Detect magic. Rummage through their stuff. Check inside the pot. Search for traces of the hunters, and then leave. Okay. Yeah, Wargs and Worgen. I think. See, I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to go poking around for references to Worgen, Warg, and. Or maybe it's got a zero plural like elk. Warg and Warg. Huh. Again, I wouldn't know. It wouldn't make sense because Wargs sounds wrong.
This should do it.
That's the way we do it.
Repent.
That's not the way we do it.
Grant you death.
I think Wargs were the term used in The Hobbit.
Serves you right.
I don't know, I'm kind of still playing video games. You guys could Google. You could all be right, you could all be wrong. I don't know. Right. How did you get up there? Are there any wounded? Lawful good. Try and jump down, we'll catch you. Be careful. Get the ring and move back this way. Save it. So this is why British Bumbershoot, I don't not save it at times. Although possibly should have had, you know, the squishes up front. Oh, not the squishes up front. Take out the spellcaster. I remember him being annoying. Oof. Valerie can't charge.
Do not falter.
But the dog can make it. Lindsay, take out the spellcaster. Please hit Valerie. There we go. Take out the spellcaster. Harem, can you charge? You can charge, I remember that much. It's just I gotta go digging for you. Alright, move up to that guy. Stabby, stab, stab, stab. Alright, spellcaster, die! Valerie, hit that guy. Wolf, hit that guy. Lindsay, hit that guy. Octavia, hit that guy, just to really get him out of the way. There we go. Let's get rid of that ability screen because I don't really need it anymore. Ah, you missed.
Your life ebbs low.
This will hurt.
Nowhere to run.
Bum 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 bum. It's interesting that it changed targets after it hit the floor, but before it's actually dead. Wolf, attack that guy. Lindsay, attack that guy. I've got so much ground to catch up on.
I'll fight if I have to.
I'm actually tempted to head back to town, switch out Lindsay for Amory. I think I still need Harem annoyingly for sort of like his quest to be here. Come on, let's get round to Octavia. And acid splash for the win! Mushrooms, everything else other than the junk stuff.
All according to plan.
This was the edge of the world, yeah. Let's have another save. We covered this area-ish.
In due time.
Oh, not looted these bodies? Or have we looted these bodies? Oh, we looked at these bodies and they were determined they were naff. Right.
Let us strike as one.
Bum 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 bum. I don't really want to go charging up with you, so I'll just move there. And stand there, look pretty. Dog, take out wolf. Valerie, you can charge into them because I don't think you're going to get murdered straight away.
You deserved it.
I aim true.
Let's get rid of a troll hound because he really is a piece of work. So you got any other tricks and treats in store for your players tomorrow, British Bumbershoot? The wolf fell
Do
down.
not falter.
The wolf got murdered. Oh, there's fireworks going on outside. Blah blah
That is
blah
not
blah
far.
blah 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 blah. I mean, I don't think this is going to change. Oh, we succeeded this time. So we didn't have to spend hours doing it. But it still basically means that we need to get all three.
I'm not afraid.
Oh, I totally forgot about the spiders. Luckily, somehow we got a surprise round. I think. Thing is, I'm tempted now to be a little bit scummy. Because I know all the spiders from this direction, and there's a few of them, have to pass that point. So we put a pit there, and then all the spiders from that direction can't come at us. Twig blights, the seaweed blights, facing some sea spawn left over from an ancient cult, and the sea hags have taken residence there, hence the seaweed damage discussion earlier.
Onward.
Have you read about the aboleth? Just throwing that out there.
Any last wishes?
Seeing as though you're doing a bit of an underwater thing. Right, move away and shoot the spider. And spider number one comes running down and doesn't fall in the pit. Yeah, that's how I ended up with my dex damage.
Become as dust.
Consider me provoked.
I grant you death.
It fell in the pit. That's what we wanted.
Let's try this way.
And the sneak die actually went off.
Repent.
This is for you.
Bum 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 bum. So much death.
Cannot hide from me.
This should do it.
Really need to double check what my ability is doing. I forget, like, all of the time.
Your life ebbs low.
I have a couple of them. Also, the above is for a Halloween special. I've messaged you about more long-term things on the off chance that one of my players should come here and read this. Yeah, okay. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, fair enough. I only mentioned the Aboleth because it's one of them where it fits the situation. But yeah, as you mentioned, it's they can be a bit intimidating. And a little bit difficult to get in there sometimes. Because they are supposed to be fairly
Nowhere to run.
different. It's probably the easiest way of putting it.
A calculated risk. This will hurt.
What a waste.
My head has gotten really tired for some reason all of a sudden, and I do know why.
Stop me.
I'm just like, yay, go through the motions. Oh, the pit wore off.
Let us strike as one.
Just in time, because we're nearly out of spitters up over here.
This is where I step in.
Although, if we could hit and murder that one, it'd be great stuff. Because then we get the drop on this one before it comes charging at us.
Let's try this way.
Become as
I love the way that if it was just one giant spider, it's all like just a massacre. If everybody could just hit. Because we can't, it's probably going to get another go. Do you feel that you've had some battlefield control since you've started using the hull? I do feel like the hull is a really useful for battlefield control, because it's like, in this case, it's a perfectly example of it. It's like there's a lot of enemies going on here. Rather than trying to deal with them all, use the pit.
As it should be.
One of the things that I don't like multi-classing because of reasons like Octavia. If we just open up her screen, she's got high dex, she's got a really high intelligence, but most of that intelligence, or most of the bonus to the intelligence, comes from the headband of intellect. So her spells are really difficult to save against. Is there a way of seeing her spell save DC? It's around somewhere, or it might only be on the level up screen. Yeah, caster level. It's not going to tell me here, is it? What are the spell saves DCs? So, while she's got a really high intellect, because she's only a half caster wizard, she's effectively as strong as a level 3 wizard, which isn't actually all that strong. So, I would have preferred it if she wasn't multi-class. I appreciate from the narrative point of view that it's not always feasible to not be multi-classed and the rest of it. But at the same token, it just feels to me like she's somewhat flagging behind. You know, especially when you consider, you know, it's all like we've got a rogue in the party. I appreciate that that rogue is me.
This requires your attention.
Oh yeah, grab that. I think that's everything from down up here. I think there might have been something over here, or have I grabbed it already? I'm not going to take the stairs because athletics checks. Save it. But yeah, because there is some really nice battlefield control that she's got going, but she should have had this 3 levels ago. Or potentially 3 levels ago. You know, if you go with a pure class. And I'm tempted to drop the rogue offer, but
I won't let you
what's a little bit annoying is her trickery is higher than mine. I know that part of the trickery is a +5 that she gets from these gloves that I got her. But even still, that would only make her a 16 against my 15. And I'm supposed to be a pure class. She's got spell focus, skill focus in trickery. I could take that feat. I mean, I could also have no dex damage, so that'd put me up at number 1. I don't know. I don't like multi-classing. It's something that I don't do with my D&D characters all that often. I appreciate that for thematical reasons you might want to do it, and that's why they've done that with Octavia. I just feel that she would be so much more of a powerful wizard if she was a pure class wizard. Can you charge? No, you can't. Well, you can, but you can't from that position. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's like, for thematic reasons, it's great to have a multi-class. For mechanical reasons, you know, it's difficult to say when it comes to sort of like.
This is for you.
Because one of the things. See, if you dig all the way back to Advanced D&D, you actually used to have to declare your multi-classing at character generation. And, well, for everybody but humans. Humans, you dual class, not multi-class, and it works slightly differently. You get so far up in level, and then you'd say that you're dual classing over. And the moment you made that decision to switch, that was it. There was no further going back into the original class. So you had to be sure about it. But when it comes to yeah, for RPM theming, but when you were an elf or any other race, you had to declare it at level 1. And it makes sense for sort of like the setting the scene of a character. Because you don't have to be just a pure fighter. You don't have to be a pure rogue. I appreciate that. But so many times you hear about players planning out their characters, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to take 3 levels in wizard, and then I'm going to focus in fighter, and it's like. So that's why my stats look a little bit weird, because it's more built around a fighter than it is a wizard. but I don't intend on being the wizard for very long, and I want to be a reasonably proficient fighter. And it's like, wait, what? So you're basically building this character to be not the thing that you want them to be. Whereas, you know, if you are human to a certain degree, it's like, yeah, you can change your class halfway through the game, but it was a major commitment. Because one of the facets of that was until you exceeded your original class's level or experience value, not sure, because weird thing about, let's just put that on pause for a moment. Weird thing about classes in advanced D&D is they didn't all take the same amount of experience to level up. So if you were a wizard, you needed 2,500 EXP to get from level 1 to level 2. If you were a rogue, you only needed 1,250 to get from 1 to 2. And to get from 2 to 3, you needed a cumulative total of 2,500. That's right. If you wanted to be level 3 first, you would take rogue and be level 3 at the same XP value as the character who is playing a wizard. Which is one of the other things that makes wizards in old school D&D super difficult to play. You only had a D4 hit die, and you took the longest time to level up. And if you were wanting to multi-class, all of your abilities of your original class would be locked out until you exceeded the XP total of your previous class. So 3 levels of rogue, you needed 2,500 experience. And then you take a level 1 in wizard, and then you would need a further 2,500 to get to level 3, and then you got 5,001 XP, and voila, you can now access your rogue abilities again. The justification there was something along the lines of you needed to be so proficient in your new class to be comfortable enough to be able to use your old class's abilities. So it was a major commitment, especially if you were wanting, you know, sort of like a 50-50 split and wanted to be human. Because it'd be getting 10 levels in fighter, and then stopping, and then starting on wizard and getting 10 levels in that, if it was possible. Because another weird thing about advanced D&D is the level caps, because of the different rates of it earning EXP. The level caps weren't all the same. The experience cap was the set amount. So you might be able to get, you know, I think it was like 8 million XP to get to the max level. But if you were a rogue, at max level you might be level 21. If you were a wizard, it might top out at level 16. I don't know whether that's true for the tabletop edition, mainly because the only experience I've got of Advanced D&D is from Baldur's Gate, and they used that EXP limiter to basically prevent you from out-leveling the game. In Baldur's Gate, you can only get up to like level 7, which was like 32,000 experience points. But I do remember it was something ridiculous, like 8 million for Baldur's Gate 2, and then when Baldur's Gate 2 Throne of Ball came out, I think it might have gone up again, or that might be the 8 million limit. Not quite sure. But yeah, you might have 8 million XP, which is the same as everybody else, but you'll be 2 or 3 levels behind them. But at the same token, if you were a wizard and, 8 million XP, you were something like level 18, which was potentially so much more powerful than a fighter in terms of what you could achieve. You're a fighter, you run around, you hit things. You can take a lot of hits, but yeah. All right, let's see if I actually pass this time with the you're not in trouble, and I pass that check. And there's that one. Detect magic, don't detect anything. The truth is, the bard lied to you, and I succeeded. Lied? How? Why? Because we paid too little and he held a grudge. I told you, don't be greedy, I said, and get into that stash out of your boot. And what did you do? I know which way he left. It's only a half day, we could still catch him. Okay, so they really are just idiots. Look, we didn't cut down the tree this time, which is a good thing. I didn't like doing that with the tree earlier, but it's all, what are you going to do? But yeah, because of those restrictions, see...
Depend on me.
Now that I know that these guys are going to murder me, I am so tempted just to pepper them from up here and see what happens. But they might just drag everything else around with them. So let's save it.
Face me if you
Shoot.
dare.
Was hoping to get the jump on them. Oh, they got the jump on me and cast haste. Ah, yeah, still missed.
You deserve
Take care of the transmuter. Take care of it. Make him fall in a pit? No, it's not worth while trying to make him fall in a pit. Might make some of them warg and fall in a pit. Warg. What? Make some of them big dogs fall in a pit later. Make that bandit trip up. Or don't. Harem. Let's rush over there. That bandit moves up and stabs Harem. Take out that bandit. Oh! 48 points of sneak attack damage. Ugh. Messy. Alright, charge up and hit that guy.
Any last wishes? You can't
Talia.
Cannot hide from me.
But oh yeah, that was the other thing about the EXP total. Is because you essentially started off as level 1 in 2 classes, but you would need
Lost.
you would need 2000 XP to level up your druid, and need 2000 XP to level up your fighter, for example. And whenever you earned experience, you got just the same amount total experience, but you split them between your 2 classes.
This will hurt.
Therefore, you tended to level up slower, simply because,
This is where I step
when everybody else has got 2000 XP or 2500 XP and leveled up once, maybe twice by that point, you've got 2000 XP split between 2 classes, so you're still on 1000 XP, which is not enough to level up any of the classes, the lowest being 1250. So yeah, by doing it like that, you had to make the decision early, and
Let's try
it
this.
really did hamper your leveling up, which meant, again, you know, it was something that you had to commit to. It was like, yes, you'd start off a little bit stronger, and you get a little bit more of an ability boost at level 1, because you're level 1 in 2 classes. But at the same token, it meant that you were not going to be seeing a level up for twice as long as everybody else. Admittedly, when you did level up, it tended to be leveling up in both of your classes rather than just one, if you got the numbers just right. But yeah, it's... Do we spot it? No, there it is. Octavia, creep your way over there. But it was always this little bit of cat and mouse between, you know,
I did as you asked.
everybody leveling up, you know, every couple of thousand EXP, and you were only leveling up, but getting 2 levels up every
Due time.
couple of thousand EXP. And like you said, for the role-playing and theming, it's like you had to make this decision and commit to it before you'd even sat anywhere near the table. And because of the way that it worked, you couldn't just, you know, you could be a human and say, okay, I'm just going to play a couple of levels in Wizard, and then I'm going to switch over to Fighter. But in doing so, you get that disadvantage, and then you know, at no point later down the line could you ever go, well, actually, you know what, I'm going to take another couple of levels in Wizard. It's like, no, you've made your decision, you're done.
This is for you.
Why did you step so far forward? Wolf, report to the front. This is a surprise attack, I've just realised.
Serves you
Surprise round, sorry. And yeah, I feel that it helped. I know that a lot of people will say, oh, you know, 5th edition is the greatest thing since sliced bread, they can do no wrong, and yeah, there is
What a waste.
certain advantages to it simply because, you know, it's easier for players to get into. And it's like, what do you want to be? Oh, I want to be a fighter. Okay, you're a fighter. You're not having to sort of like, not a, you know, sort of like a few levels later, it's like, oh, you know what, I'd like to have some magic in here. And it's like, well, are you going to go the Eldritch Knight, or are you actually going to take, you know, maybe a level or 2 in Wizard?
You deserved it.
And you can make those decisions as you're going along. And again, there's sort of like the thematic ones that you might come late into it. For example, you might be a
calculated risk.
ranger who happens to discover some eldritch knowledge that it's like, oh, do you want to make a pact with a demon? In 2nd edition, it was like, I'd love to make a pact with a demon, but I can't because, well, first of all, warlocks weren't actually a thing, and second of all, I'm an elf and I can't dual class.
Any last wishes?
So yeah,
Stay behind me.
I'm not saying that, you know, everything about Advanced D&D was great. If you ever want to get totally confused as to how to hit somebody, look up the rules for Thaco. THAC0.
This will
I'm
hurt.
prepared to get confused. And that's pretty much how all of the armor classings in AD&D worked. There is some sense to it, but at the same token, it's just so confusing.
You can't stop me.
Yeah, 4th edition I don't think was too bad for the accommodating side of things. I think a lot of people who played it though disliked it simply because it wasn't their D&D. And to a certain extent,
Your life ebbs low.
it made it very much action orientated, which isn't the worst thing in the world if you're coming in from the outside. Sort out some Nosh. Hope you managed to get the rest of these trolls and wolves sorted. Alright, I shall catch you later. I'm probably not going to go on for much longer. I might give these wargs another try at the end of this, but probably going to be calling it here, having cleared out one map. So yeah, let's save it again. And I shall hope to see you on Thursday, British Bumbershoot. Oh, loot the bodies. Forgot to loot the bodies. Did we loot the ones back there? No, we did. And oh, there's a bandit letter. Did not notice this the first time. Hey, sis, we're rich. We've gotten lucky after all. If we play our cards right, we'll finally be able to quit running around these woods. We'll piss on those damn bosses and his gang, go to Brev, and live happy as pigs in shit. The point is, we must take care. You know very well that these fellows will try to con them. And we're going to have to con them hard, sunshine. See, while you were away, we caught this dwarf, all dressed up like a dog's dinner, fancy mail armor, tall tales. One could immediately see he was a city mouse. He kept on treating us like dirt until we set his beard on fire. After that, he started spilling his guts in no time. Long story short, his ancestors, Fortash or something, the ones who built this ancient tower, had some real treasure inside. And you see, he decided to return after several centuries to claim his family fortune, all alone, with no guards. It made me laugh my arse off. He had no idea about the exact place where the treasure was hidden, but he brought the key to open the place, a white metal thingy, something like a cock. When this fella heard about the treasure, they literally started rubbing their hands together, and I thought to myself, well, what happens when we find it? The bosses sees as the lion's share, and we're left with meager peanut nuts. All these things considered, I snatched the key away and made, while the rest of the gang were sleeping, and made it look like the dwarf had run away with it. The fellas have been searching across the woods since, then searching for a midget, but they'll have to search real hard. I buried him rather deep. They stay away from the tower for now, and that might be what might they do without the key. So make use of it. When you return, do not go to the camp. Go to our place instead. I've hidden the cog in the hollow of the tree trunk. You know the one I mean. Take it and go to the tower. Look around. We'll find what you can. Open with it. You're smart. You'll manage. Take away all these dwarves have hidden, and well, I don't have to tell you what to do next. Be careful, don't blow our best chance. Hugs, Bergen. Okay, so Bergen has hid... No, he hasn't. He was going to, or this isn't Bergen. I don't know who I'm looting. So I don't really need to go forward from here. I am going to. I'm going to save it again. And I'm going to give you the axe now rather than trying to faff around with it in combat. Ooh, you can actually wear that. Nice. Dex penalty goes down. Or dex advantage goes down. But your AC goes up by a couple. 4, in fact. I have a cloak of resistance. Because everybody's got one. Bum, bum, bum. I'm curious actually now to see, before I go killing them guys. Because I think I've got all the rings now. Because there was one on that guy's body. There was one here. And there was one in the tower in the chest. Oh no, it was this guy's body over here. Come on, speed up.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Trying to making you move faster? Oh yeah, I make you move faster. Whee! Alright, let's see what treasure waits. God-faced stern look, almost accusatory and combined with the surrounding devastation. Harden gives a glance, gives the statue a long look and then spits on the ground without saying a word. Ekon bows his head and whispers a short prayer before the statue and put the 3 cogs into the mechanism. You have all 3 cogs, but you're not sure how to fit them into the mechanism. Maybe the arcane markings inside are a clue. What's the problem? Harren grumbles as he snatches one of the cogs from you and places them inside the mechanism. This one goes here and that one there. Can't you see? You rotate the cogs and hear a rumbling noise from the statue, followed by a loud click. The panel opens, revealing the treasure stored within. What? Oh, there we go. Full plate +1, 772 gold, a recipe for onion soup, and an unidentified belt of physical protection. Perfection. I don't think there's anybody who needs that, because, you know, Valerie's already wearing better. What's this? Physical perfection, +2 bonus to strength, dex, and constitution. As opposed to 1 of constitution. Well, don't mind if I do. I mean, I could give it to somebody else. Yeah, I think I might actually claim it. Because that's a +2 to each of them, not just to dex. Because that does actually affect my damage, I believe. Does it? Finesse weapons, info. Oh, I dislike the fact that it just tells me about the +1 enchantment. I need a finesse wielding thing. Actually, no, if I just switch this out, it'll go up and down. It goes nowhere. So, I mean, it's got the constitution, which would be appreciated on me, because I get murdered a lot. Having the bonus to strength isn't going to hurt me. It's not going to do me much in the way of favors, but it doesn't hurt. And it's got the dex that I'm now missing. And if I took off the other belt. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Right. So I want to try something and see what happens. I'm going to pepper these things from this ridge. And hopefully might be able to do some damage to them before they even get to me. Right, everybody line up along this ridge. Right, save the game. Pause the game. You cast that there.
Beyond
You shoot that guy, and you
Anything is
shoot that guy.
Esmo, Axel. Yes. Esmo, Axel. Yes.
Failed, 2 succeeded, great stuff. And Valerie's standing there and look pretty.
I grant you death.
This is a surprise round only. You know what? Switch out to the ranged weapon. We're gonna help pepper them from up here. Do you have a ranged weapon? No, you don't. And you certainly don't. You're a wolf. Dog. They're gonna come around rather quick. But if I cast web over in this direction,
Cannot hide from me.
spells and Lindsay.
This is where I step in.
Possibly should have buffed me up a little, maybe. Who knows? Right, switch back to your punch dagger. I know that you did a lot of work with that. Do we have a bless? We don't have ball. Oh, that's only to yourself. Okay, fair enough. Wait. And these guys come charging in and get trapped in the web. Don't really want you going into the web. There you go.
Consider me provoked.
Do it from there. Valerie, just stand a little bit in front. Shit. Did you manage to climb out?
Nowhere to run.
Serves you right. Writing you out of our story.
I told you to go back to the...
Let's try.
No, I
this
told you
one.
to go back to the punch dagger because I had a feeling that we were going to get people inbound. I'll make up my mind with you eventually. You're stuck. You made the saving throw. You get to pass through, and
This is for you.
that was a bad idea.
Stay behind me.
Hopefully, to a certain extent. It's the only one who's going to pass the webbing for now. And we can just straight up murder one. At a time. Take 5-foot step back. You should have out your fairy dragon. Give Cat's Grace to Chiron. Get stuck, get stuck. Yes, you're stuck. Okay. Back to the punch dagger. Move up and stab that guy. Nice. Okay. Finish off this one. Finish off this one. There we go. Okay, next one to move forward is this guy. Please don't get hit.
Hey! Can someone help me?
Alright, move away. Right, who's this? Valerie. Murder that one. Alpha Walk. Oh, you're the really dangerous one.
I got you dead.
It would help if the guy who only needs a 5 to hit would hit. What second level spells do we have? Heroism. Let's have some of that. Shoot. Could really have done with Valerie not going down.
This should do it.
Could really do with you hitting.
Dust.
What spells do we have? I mean, we've got this. Don't really want to waste it on you because you always freaking miss with that. Alright, stand up and attack the alpha. Right, full attack on Ferocious. And 2 to hit would do. Lindsay, let's have some music. I want you to go around this way and stab that guy.
Repent.
Not bad, not bad. There's another one incoming, but he'll take a little while yet. Tavia, what spells do you have? I think you can go back to the acid splash. Nice.
Let us strike as
Let's
one.
take out the ferocious warg.
Cannot hide from me.
So everybody can focus in on the alpha.
You deserved it.
This will hurt. Ah!
Your life ebbs low.
Critically hit, yes. Get stuck, get stuck. You didn't get stuck. You barely even got slowed down. Right. Concentrate on the alpha. For now.
Do not falter.
Nowhere to run.
Because he is pretty injured and we should be able to finish him off soon.
Any last wishes?
Any moment now.
Let's try this way.
Anytime soon.
What a waste.
One of you could just for the love of God hit it. There we go. Now we've just got this one. We've got a ferocious warg left.
I'll fight if I have to.
And these are slightly easier than the big guy. But don't hit it as hard.
True.
Whoop. Whoop. Oh, whoop.
This is where I step in.
And
This should do
whoop. Oh, whoop. There we go. Okay, nicely done. Let's skin them. Let's run down here. Loot these 2 bodies and call this place done. How are we doing? 3 XPs. Still need 5,000 more. There's some herbs. Take the herb. Moonstone, coins, and copper ring, and studded leather armor +2. So, not too bad. Let's get out to the world map. It's going to insist that everybody...
Adventures call to them.
Nope. Good. It didn't insist on... Oh, that's masterwork. I'll take that. Studded leather. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. So many things that need to be double checked before I run away. I don't really need to double check them. I'm not exactly skint. I just want to. Rightio, this was session 17 of... What am I playing again? Pathfinder Kingmaker. There we go. If there's anybody new in the chat and hasn't said hello, how dare you? Just say hello. I don't mind. I won't bite. We're going to save it here. We're going to quit out for now. We are going to go to the ending stream. We're going to start off a little light music. There we go. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today is Tuesday. Wow. I've only just realized that this really is Tuesday. Thought it was Thursday for a moment there. Not entirely sure why. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. We are going to go raid my friend Half-Singer Games over on her channel. And I hope to see you next time. And yeah, I think that just about wraps it up. Alright, see you next time. Daddy, bye.